Okay, my wife picked this, not butcher knife. What do you call them? Cleavers. This cleaver up at a garage sale. Hope she didn't pay much for it. It's well, as you can see, it's full of rust and scratches and beat up pretty good. So she said, "Can you fix this?" I said, "Well, of course I can." We'll see. I might make a before and after picture of it if it turns out. So we get started on it. It needs to have its bevels reestablished. You can see not the shiny part. That's where an edge supposedly was. It's not now. You can see this side a little better. The bevel's about 1/4 inch high, but it needs to be a little bit bigger and reestablished because it's pretty much gone. It's flat. You can see, I don't know if you can see it, especially right in there. There's a lot of scratches. You can tell they've been taking it through with those pull-through sharpeners that just kind of grind the edges and make a mess out of them. So I'm going to reestablish these first with some sandpaper. And then I'm going to start with conditioning belts on this, and I'm going to pause a lot through this so you don't have to look at it all because it's going to be a little time consuming. So I'm going to get started first with these bevels. Start with about 80 grit and go from there. go through a couple more grits and I'll turn us back on. All right, we've got to do new bevel now, and quite a bit thinner. Got the scratches out, got all the chips out of the edge. Not sharpened. I want to get all this done beforehand, so I'm going to start trying to get all this color off. All of it won't come off because it's high carbon steel. You can see by the sparks, and it takes on a patina, but this is all rust, so this should all come out. So here we go. We'll start with conditioning belts. There's 3. There's coarse, and there's kind of a medium, and then a light, more fine. So we'll obviously start with coarse. See what I mean? It's gotten a lot of the rust out already. There's a lot of color in here that's going to stay. It looks pretty cool. Okay, I'll finish going through these other 2 belts and we'll go from there. Uh-oh. What happened here? Huh. Well. Well, a lot better. I'll buff it a little and see if that helps any. It's shined it up a bit, but it's got all this color in it that is going to stay. I'd say it's looking a lot better. But you can see the patina throughout that in this high carbon steel is just going to stay there. There's on this side, there's a few more. You can even fill these, and I probably could have taken them out with sandpaper. But I didn't want to really remove any metal because it's nice and heavy and I want it to stay that way for chopping chicken or whatever. I'm also going to work on the handle. The handle's wood and it's in good shape, but it's got some dings, but it needs to be sanded and oiled, and it could look a lot better. All right. I don't know if they're fake fins or they're just cleaned over, and I'm sanding it off. That wood is really pretty under all this gunk we're scraping off. It's gonna look nice oiled, but I've got a lot of work to do. I'm gonna do a lot of this on the 1-bys, and I'll get back with you. Barely breathe through them things. I'm gonna have some excuse my nose running, some substantial handwork to do too, but I don't know if you can see that in there very well, but there's some beautiful figure in this wood that you just couldn't see before. So I'm gonna work on it by hand some, and then we'll start over and sharpen this and take some pictures. Okay, I've sanded this about all I'm gonna, so which wasn't all that much, but I'm gonna oil it and let it sit. Probably put 3 or 4 coats on it, but just to see how it looks. So far, so good. It's, of course, darkening back up, but when it dries, it'll look a little better. It's a nice piece of wood. It's I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it's very oily, so it's probably some sort of rosewood, maybe even cocobolo, judging by this grain pattern down here, which you may not, can't hardly see now. And oh, there we go. If you can see that. No, you can't. The camera's not even looking at it. Get it under the light, and you can see a lot of swirlies in there. I hope you can anyway. Just get it out of the light. You can't. Let's see. But it might even be that. Some of those exotic woods were as old as this knife is. I think somebody found at the bottom of their toolbox for a couple of years or a couple decades maybe, who knows. You know, this stuff used to be affordable and plentiful. Now it's not so much, so. Anyway, I'm going to do this. I'll sharpen it in another video because this one's, I'm sure, too long already. Thanks for watching.